Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes, the last day in Dallas.
See, that sounds like a better name for a gala than the Dynasty meets Dallas.
Pick a lane. Okay, they're two different shows. People just assume that because they, came out in the 80s and they're big primetime dramas, but they had two different feels.
They're very high camp, both of them.
Well, Dynasty was campier.
Well, for sure, but Dallas was over the top and soapy.
It was, but I feel
the
like
way soaps are.
Yeah, but I feel like Dallas, because JR was the heart of it, as opposed to like Alexis and Crystal with Dynasty, it was a bit more male centered with Bobby
it took
and
itself
JR.
more seriously.
It was just more. It was less cat fights.
Oh.
And less diamonds, and the women were more like subdued like Pam or messy like Sue Ellen, but they weren't like decked out in diamonds and slapping each other. That's it.
Well, we almost had some of that on this episode.
A lot of almost blows.
Yeah. Let's do the traditional thanks for finding us. We are two husbands, each other's husbands, and we watch the Housewives shows.
Mm-hmm.
So we are down to 2 shows a week. Right now we're covering Atlanta, which you're about to listen to, and then not Beverly Hills, Rhode Island. See, we're done with Beverly Hills.
I know.
So it's weird it's
not on the board anymore.
It's weird having to wait a week to do a show. I'm used to doing this whole, Sundays and Thursdays, but it's just crazy.
And then next week there won't be any shows because of Memorial Day.
Say it ain't so. I'll have to relax for an entire weekend. This weekend went really, really fast.
It did. It was very fun, though. We went to see a Bee Gees tribute band, You Should Be Dancing, which is amazing. It's like the 4th time we've seen them.
The 4th, it feels like the 5th or 6th.
Like 4th.
But I like to exaggerate.
Yeah.
So we don't need to go recount each one we've been to, but I think it feels like a lot. A lot.
But we brought friends who never seen them before, and they were just like so amazed, At one point, Ed said, if you close your eyes, you feel like, you're at a Bee Gees concert. And I'm like, I know. And for someone who's never been to a Bee Gees concert, because that's physically impossible now, it's like being at a concert.
Yeah, no, it was really good. It was a lot of fun. And having seen them a few times, I was actually disappointed when they didn't do certain songs.
I know.
I was like, oh, it would have been nice. But it's a fun time. Tribute bands and cover bands get a bad rap sometimes. You're like,
that's Rosie's husband.
Well, yes, exactly. But no, people are always just like, oh, that's that plays the county fair or that sort of thing, But no, a lot of these shows are a lot of fun.
And with them, the Bay Area Bee Gees, they're just so great with the vocals and the band behind them, and you're saying it's a bit rockier than disco,
right?
Because it brings that element, but it's so much fun, and just yeah, young and old, so many young kids there who you would think will have no idea who the Bee Gees are, we're just so into it.
Yeah,
so
it's very fun. So then today didn't do much today, but had a day.
Pretty low key.
Yeah, low key.
Watched a lot of TV.
A lot of TV.
Yeah, caught up on Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Mm-hmm. That's a good show, fun to watch.
It is.
And then we're at kind of other things. A lot of shows that we're waiting for the next season to start later, this month,
or they're ending.
Right.
With The Boys. The Boys.
Yeah, that's a show.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get on to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Because a lot of Atlanta happened.
A lot of drama. As Cynthia was recapping, I'm like, yeah, there were a lot of things that happened.
I'm pretty sure I called it last week that they were going to somehow be fine once they got out of the Sprinter van. I know they were
fine even before they got off the Sprinter van. It was basically Kelli and Porsha going back and forth and screaming.
Chili cheese, Frito puss.
All that. And then it's like, let's drink. Yay, shot o'clock. And Kate's looking at them like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
This is weird. She's like, I couldn't be lunging at you one second and then be kikiing with you the next.
Yeah.
Because that's a normal. I just wonder if Kate watched the show. Because she seems really surprised sometimes about the show that she's on.
Well, and wasn't she on another show?
She was on a big drama show, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
It seemed to be, from what I recall of it being much, much messier.
Exactly.
But was that more of a mixed gender show? It wasn't just all women.
It wasn't all women, no.
So maybe there was just drama that would seem more realistic because it was man versus, man and woman, you got a crush on.
Couple drama, relationship drama, yeah.
Whereas this is supposed to be women supporting women, and this is nothing. at all close.
It's women selectively supporting women on Housewives. Like, I'll support you this week, and next week I'm talking shit about you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, and that seems to be what's bothering her is that everyone's being, fake, fake and phony to her. And I just feel really bad for Porsha next week when she finds out that a lot of this drama is really about her.
I mean, yeah.
But
very much so.
I mean, so the gist of it is that the next day.
Well, no, we have to at dinner when Pinky spends the majority of the time in the bathroom. At least because of the tequila.
When she first said I blame Cynthia, I was like, oh, is this going to be like because she ate meat or something, or like
I know it's like what
some non-vegan restaurant thing. But
I didn't realize they were drinking her tequila the entire way down to dinner.
Oh yeah,
and Pinky hadn't eaten very much because there was no. All she had was French fries at lunch,
right? And
so all the tequila got to her. But I wonder why she had to wear booties. Like,
I think she might have taken her shoes off at some point, and they might have brought her them.
That's some enthusiastic vomiting.
Well, sometimes you can't control it.
It was nice of Cynthia to bring her ginger ale.
Very nice. It actually made me want ginger ale. Maybe I should have had one instead of milk and another cookie. Oh.
No, I had the chocolate cake, so I can't really talk.
Yeah, we made lasagna yesterday.
Oh, that was the thing we did.
It was really good lasagna, but damn if it's not a brick in your stomach.
It is.
Like, we had leftovers for lunch today, and I'm still like feeling like we did not need dinner. That lunch was big enough for me. I would have been fine.
I know. Well, I actually know I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't skip a meal.
Yeah, you were 3 squares. At least 3. No,
that's why I'm so square.
Where you're round.
Yes, I'm a shape.
You're beautiful is what you are.
Thank you.
In every single way.
You're beautiful.
Words can't bring you down. You're singing a different song. So, yeah, dinner, that's when at the end of the dinner.
So what happened is that off camera, Kay got a call alerting her to the fact that people were talking about her and plotting against her. But actually going, well, it's a lot. So
yeah, it's a lot.
So basically, and I meant to Google this before we got up here, but there was apparently, without going into detail, some rumors about Kay and her vagina. And she feels that people are plotting against her, trying to bring this up. Is that basically just
That's what it seems like it, especially with Porsha's oyster. Like, oh, these seem clean. Let me inspect these. They're like little vaginas.
There are rumors, basically the rumors being that Kay, there was issues with her vagina.
And it smelled.
Yes.
Wasn't there a reality show that like someone got sued? Wasn't that Orange County?
That was Housewives. No, that was in Miami.
It
was Miami and Beverly Hills because Brandy Glanville said that Joanna's, and Joanna sued the pants off her.
So, I mean, Real Housewives really need to keep...
Yes.
Lady odor out of the question.
This is like before Housewives. It's like years and years ago.
Right.
But she thinks that Drew is plotting on her. The whole Blakk thing came up at dinner, and Drew denied, saying Drew said I said it one time to you on the Sprinter that I thought you knew Blakk.
Because of the way you were so enthusiastic on seeing him on the phone.
Right. And then elsewhere, early in the trip, Kay said that Blakk was sliding into her DMs and, made it seem that he was, flirting with her perhaps, or trying to he gave her his number too. And so, but Drew, and then she talks to Blakk later on, and basically he's denying it and just says he made one benign comment and there wasn't anything to it.
You look good in that picture.
Yeah. And so, again, I don't know why we're talking so much about this dude who lives in the phone. We've never seen him in real life.
Right.
What we did. We did.
That one time, yeah.
But that was the gist of it. So they talked a little bit about it at dinner, and then the next day we come and Kay thinks that Drew is plotting on her, Porsha is, and Phaedra. Before she came onto the show, they were plotting against her, making her the target, it seems like.
But wasn't the night before is when, as they're getting up to leave dinner, that's when Shamea and kind of Kay have their little...
Well, because Kay was trying to move forward with Drew, because this is before she heard about the plotting.
Right.
She's like, I'm trying to be cool with her, and Shamea's like, no. Because Shamea already has issues with Drew, and she thinks she's fake and full of crap.
Right.
And so she was a bit stirring the pot at the end of the table, and Kay's like, dude, I'm trying to move on with this girl.
I'm going to have a kumbaya moment with this girl. That's what she said. And she's like, and you're over here being like, nope. It's like, come on, help me out,
I'm trying to kumbaya. And but I think Shamea just feels like it's all fake. Drew's all fake.
Yeah.
So then we get to the next day.
Oh, yeah. And
Kay comes to dinner or to breakfast, starts crying. I think she's just so frustrated about this planning and plotting. But she won't say who is doing it, which was really weird. I understand you don't want to bring more attention to it, but also when you don't even leave breadcrumbs, you just allude to it, you vague book it.
But she's absolutely right, though. I mean, whoever is doing it knows exactly who they are. And if it is, it's Drew and it seems to be Porsha, right? Phaedra was kind of thrown in there a little bit.
Phaedra too. I mean, well, Porsha and Phaedra run together, but I could see Drew definitely. Drew, as Kay said, Drew is sneaky. Drew, there's something about Drew, and we've talked about it ad nauseum on the show. There's something not right about Drew's buttermilk. Something about buttermilk ain't clean, and she is shady and she is shifty, and it's hard to take her
shady.
Yeah,
she's not good at it.
You can't be shady and like have a huge, like when Kay was breaking down and saying people are plotting against me, and like you have like Drew cut to Drew with a big smile on her face, like you know what you're doing, Drew.
At least be like Porsha, who's like, girl, no, if you need me to talk to this person, I will.
Right.
When really, I think I'm surprised. Like Kay sat there allowing Porsha to like touch her, and woo exactly. Even in the sprinter, or no, even later when they're holding her back, like Porsha has her arms like wrapped around Kay's waist, like he's holding her down. So I'm just like, and it seems that like every time Kay talks about it, it seems like the problem is more with Porsha than it is with Drew. Even though she has a problem with Drew, it just seems like all the stuff she's saving up is for Porsha. She's
totally like she said, basically this person is acting dumb, but she's already called Porsha a dingbat.
No, it was a bimbo.
I think maybe Kenya in the past called Porsha dingbat.
Well,
I'm sure Porsha called it dingbat.
Yeah, once or twice. Yeah, by somebody.
Yes. So we know what we were talking about there. We know you're talking about Drew. I think at this point you should just say it, but she didn't, and she was just really upset about it and not wait. As Porsha said, use your words. Yeah. But she wasn't ready.
Well, I mean, I like that she said, at least in confessional, that like when we get back to Atlanta, then I'm going to address it. So I don't want to, ruin the rest of this trip. So
yeah.
I think, and I hope that we see when they come back that they sit down, that Porsha and Kay sit down.
And clear this air. Yes.
Although, I mean, it is a little hard to take Porsha being completely like, I don't know what's going on. And I don't know if that whole comment about the oysters was
weird.
Directed purposely at her. At K. Michelle. It was weird, I mean, for many reasons. One, that, I mean, it's clams that are the equivalent to the lady parts. I mean, if you're going to make the seafood joke, it's clams, not oysters.
Right.
Though I do get,
But the way she kept saying vaginas, vagina.
Well, that just seemed like a very childish Porsha being like, oh, remember now I'm bi, vaginas,
No, I think it was more so just like, I feel like it felt like it was directed. I can see why Kay was thinking, why I'm sitting right next to you.
Right, why are you turning to me?
You're talking about the cleanliness of vaginas and it was suspect. But it also gave plausible deniability.
Yeah.
Like I'm not outright saying, so I heard, girl, that you're, so she can just claim like, what do you mean? I was just being funny.
I mean, I liked Kay's kind of response to like, that vagina was like 8 vaginas ago. Like I had that thing tucked and cleaned and, whole new one put in is what she pretty much said. So
that was vagina like 1.0.
Exactly.
I'm on 8.0 right now.
So I mean, I'm pretty sure if that comes out in a conversation.
That was 6 updates ago.
Yeah. She'd be like, we're on 7 different operating systems now. So no, I mean, I think that's good. I just think that I don't know why. I don't know. One, wasn't expecting Kay to be so sensitive about all this because she'd been on a show previously, So I thought that.
I think she thought that it would be better this time and she would be more supported. And they were like, she and Porsha were kumbaya, those first few scenes. And she even cried to Porsha, and Portia's very supportive. And I'm sure off camera before they started filming, she was supportive. So I think more so she's just hurt that she has placed herself in a position to be ganged up on, in her words. I don't know. We don't know if this is actually true, but she feels she's been ganged up on and plotted against. It was a plot and a plan. Plan to plot. So basically they break from breakfast, and then so she the night before, Kay had told, without going into detail, she told Shamea and Kelli this is happening, and they filled Pinky in on it. So they're all four getting together. So it's one camp outside, and then you have the Porsha, Phaedra, Drew, Cynthia, Angela camp inside. And that camp was trying to blame Shamea for all this.
I feel like Angela's trying to blame Shamea for
yes.
Like, Angela just really wants to blame Shamea for anything.
She really does.
Anything that happens to Porsha is Shamea's fault.
Yeah.
It's just really weird.
When you didn't like Porsha last year, which did you want to F your husband, which you can joke about now.
You're right.
But now Shamea's the problem.
I did think it was pretty impressive that Angela was in on the OG kind of bed with Cynthia and everyone else. Like,
yes.
She's kind of like, she's as new as Kelli, and she's...
Because Angela feels like she's been there for, since season 2.
Right.
I'm not saying anything about age. I'm saying like she just has the feeling of, people like say she has old school Atlanta vibes as opposed to the other camp, basically.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. But like for her, yes, to say, oh, it's Shamea, and all the other girls say, you know what? It is Shamea. She probably was like, as if Shamea got into Kay's head, because they were saying that all of Shamea's enemies are now Kay's enemies. And then funny, later on, Shamea saying all of Porsha's and everyone who is against me is for Porsha.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very much like but you have the people who it's about who won't talk, Porsha and Shamea. So without being to, they are effing up the group.
Yeah.
Because they won't resolve their thing. Because if they resolved it, then there'd be more kumbaya.
And then I also didn't like that Shamea was just, everyone wants to talk about me and Porsha. Like, there's nothing, we don't need to talk about that. It's like, you don't think the producers are walking up to Drew beforehand and saying, hey,
of course,
you need to get to the bottom of this for us. Make sure you bring that up on camera.
That's the thing, because like Porsha and Shamea won't talk. So they're making sure everyone else talks about the demise of their friendship.
Right. And I mean, again, it's great. I think that Shamea doesn't want to give the producers any, footage to use about that and be like, I don't have anything to say about that.
But that's when you feel like Kelli is doing her dirty work. Mm-hmm. Or in this case, Angela is even. I've forgotten that Angela told Porsha last season that Shamea was feeling a certain kind of way about her.
Right.
And Angela thinks that Shamea blames her for the demise of her friendship with Porsha. I completely forgot that scene happened.
Yeah. And because at the time it just seemed like Angela being messy and a little bit off base, because you were like, no, surely they're best friends. They wouldn't actually, but no, yeah, everything imploded.
Yeah.
Not long after that.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
So then we have Shamea wanting to clear her name while wearing a thong.
Yes.
Lord, that booty.
I mean,
it was amazing.
I know, right?
Like, I was like, oh, she turned around. And I was like, oh, okay.
Like, I'm, one, as a gay man, but two, just as a, in general, like, large asses are never something that really impress me. Like, I'm, I like a nice skinny guy butt, you have a nice butt.
Thanks.
But it's not skinny. It's, it's proper.
I was going to say, like, you
proper ass.
You look a skinny guy, but that's not me.
But no, oftentimes when I see, like, Black women with their, ample, with their back and everything worthy of a music video, I'm like, that's a lot of ass. How does someone handle that? But with Shamea, I was like, I can see the appeal behind this. And so for the first time in a long time, I was like, I totally get why people like these giant asses, because that was impressive. For sure.
And I think it's not too crazy big. It's just very, also because like she has the boobs and like everything is just like, it is a va-va-va-voom,
yes.
And it's just, so to see, and that color was so great on her. Shamea just always looks so good.
Yeah.
Not to be like, I'm not team anyone, but like, I just think Shamea is just gorgeous.
Yeah. And
she does not allow bad lighting or not having a beat on. And that's just her way.
I do like that. Was it Cynthia who was just like,
I couldn't concentrate on anything she was saying because I was looking at her ass.
She actually just said it to her. She's like, just so you know, I'm not going to be able to listen to what you're saying, but I'm just looking at your ass.
She's like, that thing was on my head.
Who was it who was saying like, oh, she just wanted to show off her BBL? Was
Angela.
Oh, Angela?
Of course.
I mean, if you got it, flaunt it, really. But
basically.
But again, you were saying like not like as though everyone there hasn't had a BBL,
I don't know who has or has not, but the butts are butting.
Yeah.
And God bless them.
There's been some butts that have been lifted. So.
Yes. Atlanta brings it.
Yeah.
So basically, Shamea calls the meeting.
As they're running late, of course.
Of course. Yeah. But then they end up beginning the thing.
Well,
yeah. Whatever. Well, not so.
The weather.
So she's basically saying, this is not me. Stop trying to make the scapegoat. I didn't tell Kay anything. Kay told me about a plot and a plan. I didn't try to get into her head or manipulate her. And Kay backs her up. And then Kay basically insinuates that it's Drew, right? Is that pretty much what happened? That's what led to Drew getting buck, if you will. So here's the thing.
I love it when you hear it's the thing.
Drew just needed to sit down because, like, you don't want any beef with Kay because Kay will bring it to you. So Drew being like, I'm from Chicago, and it's like, and Kay's from Tennessee, and she'll drop you like it's hot.
Wasn't Kay the one who said to Shamea, like, you spend any time in the hood? She's like, no, we got to drop you off at the hood.
Yeah. Kay's from the hood.
Yeah.
Okay, and she'll tell you about it, and you don't want to, like, and it wasn't. I don't. Maybe I'm not remembering it right. I don't think that Kay got up out of her seat to come at Drew. I feel like Drew stood up first.
Drew
and was doing all this.
And was started like coming towards her, like gesturing, like leaning into her.
She was acting. That's what she does. She's like acting like she's from Chicago. Like I don't see, like she's she's some hood rat who's gonna like tussle.
Right.
You're not gonna tussle with Kay. You don't want that. She will snatch you.
Yeah.
She'll snatch that bad wig off your head. So yes, Porsha and Shamea team up to hold Kay back.
Yeah.
While Drew's like, hold me back, somebody. I'm going to get her.
I really we don't watch Housewives with subtitles on because we can pretty much understand what they're saying. We should sometimes, but like some of the things that Kay and Drew were saying back and forth, it just didn't make sense. Like all of a sudden, it was like all about Drew's basement, and like as though that was new information for us.
Well, Kay was saying this is old. Like you have nothing going on with this dude in your phone and the dude in your basement, and we're tired of talking about both. And I have stuff going on, and I'm important, and I have a music career, and you don't.
Oh yeah, she's just mad all of her music milestones haven't happened
exactly
the way
that was
she
a
wanted
good read.
to. It was really good.
And then Drew's saying like, you're trying to have a moment with me, and it's like, no.
That pissed her off, Kay, a lot. She's like, I'm not trying to have a moment. Yeah,
I don't need you for a moment.
Right. I don't need you for a moment.
I'm Kay Michelle.
Yeah, if I was going to make a moment, it wasn't going to be about you.
Yeah.
So.
Drew is delusional.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Drewlusional. So
they break that up. Drew goes inside, and then Angela and Shamea get into it about the whole, what we just talked about, like, you blame me for your whatever, you're talking about me, no, stop talking about me, keep my name out your mouth, yada, 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 until Cynthia has to say, everyone get the hell out of here and get glammed.
Yeah.
Like, just stop it. We got to get to my gala.
And then the jeweler shows up.
The diamonds.
The
gemologist.
Yeah, gemologist, thank you.
Not the vibologist.
A lot of that stuff, it's looked fake.
Because it's so big, it looks fake.
I know, and it looks so chunky in costume jewelry. The same way on Salt Lake City when Bronwyn had the $2.4 million necklace. You're like, that could be $2.4 million, or it could be $25. Like,
I feel like hers looked more tasteful. Like this seemed.
I don't know.
I think
some of this
maybe because that's how they do it in Dallas. They want like the bigger the better.
Right.
So I believe that they were wearing
because they were hamming up for the soap opera theme too.
Right. And I believe they were wearing like millions of dollars worth of jewels, but it just seemed because it's so big, it feels like it's costume.
Right.
But it's not.
Were any of those earrings clip-ons? Because if that's the case, and they're like, you're wearing a $100,000 clip-on, that shit's going to fall off, or you're going to be in trouble.
Well, and Cynthia said, I hope this is double clasped, this necklace, because it's it's a mortgage.
And then how are they going to answer the phone if they're wearing those earrings if they're not clip-ons? Because that was the staple of every soap opera.
You had to take your clip-on earring off in order to answer the phone so it wouldn't rattle against your ear. Right. Everyone knows that.
I guess now they would just turn on their speakerphone on their iPhone and be all set with it.
They don't know what our mothers went through.
I don't think my mom would have worn clip-ons. She would refuse. But she didn't wear very big earrings, though. I always wanted her to wear like more like hoop sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how come you don't wear it? She's like, oh, those are too heavy.
My mom always wore clip-ons, and I distinctly remember her taking them off to answer the phone and then putting it back on when she's done with the phone call.
I would always just see that on TV, and I was just like, oh, no. How it's supposed to be.
You see it all the time on like Designing Women.
Oh yeah.
Charlene. Like, sugar bikers.
This is so good. So yeah, where then they end up, the storm starts hitting Dallas.
They all get glammed up with their diamonds and their jewels. diamonds in their dresses.
Right.
And then they hop in the Sprinter, which...
Except Drew, because Drew's still...
a pounding headache.
It's a pounding headache. And still, she must have been in glam for like 3.5 hours.
I mean, she took the long... She wasn't even like halfway through glam by the time Cynthia came in fully glammed.
Yeah.
What was she doing? Was she talking to Blakk?
Who knows?
Which, by the way, is spelled Blakk. I thought it was Blaque.
Oh.
Like the group Blakk.
Okay.
But no.
No, I just think that reminds me of plaque, like the stuff on your teeth. Plaque.
Yes.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was having a hard time every so often, like when Kay first brought up, and then there's this whole, Blakk thing, and I'm like, oh, what Blakk thing? Like, oh, about Blakk. For half a second, I was like, are they having an issue about?
I want to know, is that his government name? Like, because we need another name for Blakk.
I mean, we could do some research, but I don't really want to.
No,
I don't want to Google that.
That's a black hole you don't want to go to.
Okay.
Hey.
I think you talked about it next time. No. Time to move on. I feel like there's other stuff. Phaedra.
The storm.
Oh, the storm. Thank you.
Yes. It's horribly... So they're in the car.
The guy called crying. Like, he was so sad and so upset that, like, he kind of botched this for the whole event.
Well, I mean, he couldn't have known, but I'm sure... But then, did you not see the weather report? Because it looked pretty gray out.
Right.
But they were able to bring everything inside. They went from outdoor to indoor.
Have a nice house party.
As
they called it.
It was... I don't know how they get down to the Met Gala, but I don't know if they're getting...
Use your words. What?
I don't. It's a gala, but they were like, it was like a house party, more like of a gala. So I'm like, I don't know. So I don't know if they get down like this at the Met Gala.
In Housewives world, I think anytime there's a step and repeat, it's a gala. They're like, oh look, there's a red carpet and a step and repeat gala. But I think ultimately it came down to you're having a party for tequila, and then the tequila starts flowing. It's
right. And then
you have all these beautiful asses and these great dresses. I mean,
and you had Kay's husband.
Gonna get down.
And you had Pinky's husband, and then Porsha's person,
her friend,
who is very good looking.
Yeah,
like his skincare routine, he was just glowing, and I was like, you are a wall of a man, but in a good way.
We don't have very much of a facial routine ourselves.
I just put lotion on.
Yeah, I don't do that. I should do more of that. I just wash my face in the shower. I used to have a whole regimen. Maybe it's because I'm 48 now. I'm just giving up on trying to look younger. I'm doing age gracefully.
It's not about looking younger. It's about, maintaining your skin. It's the only skin you have. I feel like I heard that on a commercial.
Love the skin you're in.
Yeah.
So, have we covered all the ladies?
They're good. Yeah, so they had a good time. They Cynthia did the whole Mean Girls thing of everyone gets the crown.
Oh.
And then the $20 crown that was
that they were fighting over.
Yes.
I think she should have given it to Pinky straight up, and solely because she's the one who got all sick off of the tequila the night before.
But Pinky had that great hat on.
That's true.
Yes.
Maybe that was the plan, and she's like, well, I can't take this off. Like,
right.
Where will I put it?
So they were basically like hours and hours of partying, and then here comes Drew.
3 hours late.
3 hours late.
That's just crazy. Like, why show up at all?
Like, did you think it would still be going on?
That seems to be something Drew does, because I remember previously she was late for that one event where she's locked out.
Oh.
And she was eating the chicken wings with the security guard.
Yes.
Like, she just shows up late to everything? Is that her thing?
She's running on true time.
Of Atlanta?
The Dorit of Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean...
Have you seen the ads for Dorit's book?
No.
Appearances, like she's doing like one at Barnes and Noble in New York City, or
and one at the Grove, I believe.
Yeah, at the bottom it says all times are DST, Dorit Standard Time.
Oh my God, I am not. Even if we lived in LA, I would be like, we're not going to that. I'm not waiting for her unburdened self to get there. No.
The thing is, it takes a lot to turn you and I off of a good play on words, and that one was just too predictable. I was like, okay, Dorit Standard Time.
So dumb. So dumb.
Yeah. They didn't show us any scenes from next week because
Memorial Day.
It's going to be Memorial Day.
I feel like, are we not close to the midway?
I think we are. Yeah, we're episode 7, so there's probably going to be 16 or 17 regular episodes. So
I feel like we've seen all we can of this of the season up until now, because we haven't even seen the big group trip at the end,
right?
Which I believe is Scotland.
Oh,
because Porsha was in Scotland for Traders.
Oh, so they think they just...
That's what I heard, that was the trip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So...
Why would they have combined the two? Like, just because she was already there, or they just...
No. This is like, they shot Traitors before Atlanta.
Okay.
I'm saying, I think because she was like, let's go back to Scotland because I loved it so much because of Traitors.
That's her premise for Scotland.
I think it'll probably be her trip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that towards the end, they're all pretty much saying that, like, whoever has the next trip is going to have a lot to,
live up to.
Because at the end of the day, after the stupid pool house drama and all the room assignments and everything, Cynthia did really put on a good,
She did.
Private jet. She had, all the food, all the stuff going on.
Huge house.
Even though there was promotional consideration by Stella, the private jet company, I saw at the end. As well as the tequila company got promotional consideration. So... donated, but still, I'll take a donated private jet,
of course, but no, she really did put a lot into it. And I love how Porsha was saying, like, why are they playing with Cynthia? Why are they trying to bring her to darkness? She wants to live in the light.
It does take a lot to get Cynthia
activated.
And they did it. So
I really enjoyed everyone, and I think everyone brought something in some way to this trip, whether it's reading people or getting sick or being late or riding bulls.
I don't know how I feel. I do feel Angela, like she was accused, is working a little overtime, getting into business that it's not her business.
She's being Sheree. She's being the bone collector.
Yeah, and I don't think that I need it. The same way that, like, Pinky was getting into business that's not hers. Like, I don't need Angela being the moral compass for everyone else. Like, let everyone fight their own fights. But I
agree.
Maybe she learned from last season she needed something more than she gave, and so she's doing what the producers asked her to do. Who knows? Well,
I liked how, Phaedra said, let's put Angela on the case. Because even if she's wrong, she'll, like, present a compelling case.
Yeah.
And you cut to Angela saying, this is above my pay grade. I don't know what's going on with Kay.
Yeah.
So.
All right. But
I thought it was a really good 3-episode trip.
Yeah.
And I think they definitely put their all into it, and see how it continues on in Atlanta.
It's definitely hard to kind of come to a conclusion about things when it was all this open-ended, like, I'm not going to say who I'm mad at sort of stuff.
Well, I think they get down into it.
Yeah, hopefully they better.
I think so.
Or else, or they just keep having these, like, we get in a sprinter, start screaming at each other, and then, all right, out of the sprinter.
I know.
Time for dinner.
It's giving Salt Lake.
Yeah. Try it.
Maybe it was it. I think it was BravoCon when Porsha said that they were going to give Salt Lake a run for their money.
Oh, I think you're right.
And I think, definitely fighting on sprinters and then, like, going back to normal is very classic Salt Lake. So, perhaps if they just continue on this level and amp it up and camp it up, then yes.
Where they're channeling Salt Lake success. Well, I'll take some of that. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've talked about it. Should we talk about it next time?
Till next time.